Welcome to CPCS, CSCS, 2020-2021, Questions and Answers. The latest questions and answers for CITB Health and Safety Test. Question 1. What should be done in the event of an emergency on site? Give one answer. A. Collect your personal items and leave the site. B. Follow the site emergency procedure. C. Leave the site by the nearest exit and return home. D. Phone the Health and Safety Executive, HSE, for advice. The correct answer is B. Follow the site emergency procedure. Question 2. Which two of the following will help you to find out about the site emergency? Procedures and emergency telephone numbers. Give two answers. A. Attending the site induction. B. Guidance from the Health and Safety Executive, HSE, website. C. Guidance from your local job center. D. Looking in the telephone directory. E. Reading the site notice boards. The correct answer is A and E. A. Attending the site induction. E. Reading the site notice boards. Question 3. How should you be informed about what to do in an emergency? Give two answers. A. By asking the Health and Safety Executive, HSE. B. By looking in the Health and Safety file. C. By asking at the local hospital. D. By attending the site induction. E. By reading the site notice boards. The correct answer is D and E. D. By attending the site induction. E. By reading the site notice boards. Question 4. What two things should you do if there is an emergency situation on site? Give two answers. A. Collect personal item S from the site office. B. Finish what you are doing. C. Go to the designated assembly point. D. Leave the area via the nearest exit. E. Look for other people who may not know what you had to do. The correct answer is C and D. C. Go to the designated assembly point. D. Leave the area via the nearest exit. Question 5. What information should be gathered after a near-miss incident occurs? Give one answer. A. The activities that were being carried out at the time. B. The cost of the project at the time of the incident. C. The names of next of kin for the people involved. D. Where those involved lived at the time of the incident. The correct answer is A. The activities that were being carried out at the time. Question 6. You witness a serious accident on site. What immediate action should you take? Give two answers. A. Call out to other workers so they can call for help. B. Check if it is safe to approach the injured person. C. Lift the injured person and take them to the site office. D. Record the date and time in the incident book. E. Sit the injured person up and give them food and water. The correct answer is A and B. A. Call out to other workers so they can call for help. B. Check if it is safe to approach the injured person. Question 7. What should not be in a first aid kit? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Question 8. Does your employer have to provide a first aid kit? Give one answer. A. No, there is no legal duty to provide one. B. Only if more than 25 people work on site. C. only if more than 50 people work on site. D. Yes, every site must have one. The correct answer is D. Yes, every site must have one. Question 9. If the first aid kit on site is empty, what should you do? Give one answer. A. Bring your own first aid supplies into work. B. Find out who is taking all the first aid supplies. C. Ignore the problem as it is always the same. D. Inform the person who looks after the first aid kit. The correct answer is D. Inform the person who looks after the first aid kit. Question 10. What is the one thing a first aider cannot do? Give one answer. A. Give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. B. Give you medicines without authorization. C. Stop any bleeding. D. Treat you if you are unconscious. The correct answer is B. Give you medicines without authorization. Question 11. Evacuation routes should be. Give one answer. A. Clear and unobstructed. B. Lit at all times of the day. C. Painted bright green. D. Used as assembly points. The correct answer is A. Clear and unobstructed. Question 12. If you find an injured person and you are on your own, what should you do first? Give one answer. A. Ask the injured person what happened, and then find your supervisor. B. Assess the situation, do not put yourself in danger. C. Inform your supervisor that someone has been injured. D. Move the injured person to a safe place, and then find your supervisor. The correct answer is B. Assess the situation, do not put yourself in danger. Question 13. Someone working in a deep inspection chamber has collapsed. What should you do first? Give one answer. A. Ask someone to find your supervisor while you try to rescue the worker. B. Climb into the inspection chamber and give first aid treatment. C. Get someone to lower you into the inspection chamber on a rope. D. Raise the alarm and stay by the inspection chamber, but do not enter. The correct answer is D. Raise the alarm and stay by the inspection chamber, but do not enter. Question 14. Someone is knocked unconscious and you are not trained in first aid. What should you do first? Give one answer. A. Give them mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. B. Send for medical help. C. Slap their face to wake them up. D. Turn them over so that they are lying on their back. The correct answer is B. Send for medical help. Question 15. Someone has fallen from height and has no feeling in their legs. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Keep their legs straight and roll them onto their back. B. Keep them still until medical help arrives. C. Raise their legs to see if any feeling comes back. D. Roll them onto their side and bend their legs. The correct answer is B. Keep them still until medical help arrives. Question 16. Someone collapses with stomach pain and there is no first aider on site. What should you do first? Give one answer. A. Ask someone to call the emergency services. B. Ask them to sit down. C. Get them to take some painkillers. D. Help them to lie down in the recovery position. The correct answer is A. Ask someone to call the emergency services. Question 17. If you think that someone has broken their leg, what should you do? Give one answer. A. Place them on their back. B. Place them on their side in the recovery position. C. Send for the first aider or get other help. D. Use your belt to strap their legs together. The correct answer is C. Send for the first aider or get other help. Question 18. If you cut your finger and it won't stop bleeding, what should you do? Give one answer. A. Find a first aider or get other medical help. B. Tell your colleagues because you may need to rest. C. Wash it, then carry on working. D. Wrap something around it and carry on working. The correct answer is A. Find a first aider or get other medical help. Question 19. If there is an emergency while you are on site, what should you do first? Give one answer. A. Follow the site emergency procedure. B. Leave the site and go home. C. Phone home and then leave the site. D. Phone the health and safety executive, HSE. The correct answer is A. Follow the site emergency procedure. Question 20. If someone is in contact with a live cable, what should you do first? Give one answer. A. Dial 999 and ask for an ambulance. B. Isolate the power and call for help. C. Phone the electricity company. D. Pull them away from the cable. The correct answer is B. Isolate the power and call for help. Question 21. A first aider is required to have which one of the following? Give one answer. A. They are expected to have doctor-level certificates. B. They must be a qualified nurse. C. They must have a full and clean police check. D. They should have a current, up-to-date first aid at work certificate. The correct answer is D. They should have a current, up-to-date first aid at work certificate. Question 22. Which of the following best describes an assembly point? Give one answer. A. A place to assemble in the event of an emergency. B. The location that staff should avoid in an incident. C. The place where an incident could be started. D. Where the employer issues personal protective equipment. The correct answer is A. A place to assemble in the event of an emergency. Question 23. How would you expect to find out the location of the emergency assembly point? Give one answer. A. By reading your employee's health and safety policy. B. During a visit by the health and safety executive, HSE. C. During the site induction. D. Your colleagues will tell you. The correct answer is C. During the site induction. Question 24. Where should you be given information about emergency assembly points? Give one answer. A. At the site induction. B. In the method statement. C. In the permit to work. D. In the risk assessment. The correct answer is A. At the site induction. Thank you for watching and good luck for your test.